This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It's Monday, May 4th. First off, Al's here. What?
Yeah.
Huh?
You're talking about me like I'm not here.
Hello, Al.
Hello.
It's weird how far you are. I feel like I'm in that scene in Batman where he's like, hello.
What scene in Batman?
It's the Michael Keaton one. I'm aging myself.
Aging? That should have been unthawed like Encino Man. That was like 90.
Thaw me out. Thaw me out. All right, Star Wars fans know what day it is, right? It's May the 4th be with you. I'm Tori. Of course, Al is here. We are practicing weird social distancing, but we're doing it because it matters. And we have the one, the only, Stephanie Jones is joining us from home. Hello, Stephanie.
I was turning in my camera and it wasn't there.
Hey guys, hey everyone, I hope you're both doing well. Look at you guys back together.
It's really,
kind of.
It's like weird because we're together, but we couldn't hug high, so I was like, salutations, Albert. It's weird.
I love it. I wish I was there one day.
Get back here as soon as possible. I want to get your take on this, Steph. With in-person graduation ceremonies being canceled all over the country, some celebrities are delivering their own inspiring messages to the class of 2020. Tom Hanks, the greatest man alive, addressed grads at Ohio's Wright State University. Dayton, that's right. My husband went there, calling them the chosen ones. Take a look.
You will be enlightened in ways your degree from Wright State never held in promise. You will have made it through the time of great sacrifice and great need, and no one will be more fresh to the task of restarting our measure of normalcy than you chosen ones.
And he is not alone. John Krasinski hosted a virtual graduation on his YouTube show, Some Good News. Got some visitors. Steven Spielberg, Jon Stewart, activist Malala Yousafzai surprised the graduates with some, oh my God, I would die, with some words of advice, as well as this famous face. Take a look.
I don't know if you know this person.
Amanda! Oh my God!
I believe that failure is an opportunity to move yourself in a different direction. It gets better because you learn the lessons from the first time.
Okay, Al, who would you want most to show up on that Zoom or Skype or whatever it is? Who would you want to be there when you graduated?
3 words, LeBron James. I would love to hear from LeBron. I think he'd have a lot to say. He had such an interesting childhood and his growth as a man. We've all seen it. Obviously, his basketball aside, just an incredible human being. So for me, LeBron.
I thought it was one word. You know, it's weird. Steph, who would you most want to see?
I would probably want to see, there's a gentleman in England called Trevor McDonald. He was one of the first male black anchors, news anchors on the BBC. And I remember growing up watching him and I just fell in love with him. I just thought he was the most amazing guy ever. I mean, he talked really hardcore news and politics, which, as we know, isn't always my particular vibe, but something about Trevor, oh, I love him. He's the grandfather I wish I had. He's fantastic.
Now we know who to surprise Stephanie with.
Yes, and now I know that she didn't feel that way about this black male anchor. Yeah. She's like, he's my favorite. I can't name any others,
I don't like
but
any other black
he's
anchors.
Cool.
No other black anchor but this one guy. Because you guys both asked, I would say the dog whisperer would be my favorite person to show up. Cool. So parents working and teaching their kids at home may be struggling to find some me time. Yeah, it looks like Hilaria Baldwin is no exception. This is Alec Baldwin's wife, who is also pregnant with their 5th child, and she showed off her bathroom workout routine in an Instagram post. The yoga instructor says she can only find time to exercise when her family is asleep. Steph, are you keeping up, and are you doing it in the bathroom?
Exercising.
Let's be honest. No, I'm not.
Oh, Steph is a great shot right there. We're going to go back to these cameras. Had a little technical difficulties. Al, are you exercising?
I am. I actually talked to our producer, Patty, this morning at 6 a.m. First of all, I've said this, I always talk about her like she passed away 10 years ago.
She's right there.
Patty she started me on my weight loss journey, took me to Soul Cycle. I was like, I ain't going to this goofy stuff. I went, I almost died, and I came back the next day, and here I am a year later. I'm slimmed down. She is disappearing in front of us.
Away.
But yeah, so I was up this morning working with those kettlebells, girl. What about you?
I also work out twice a week with a trainer because I need it, and she's also a good friend of mine.
She was in studio back when people could interact.
That's right, Anna. And Anna does things like I'll zoom in and she's wearing a big chicken mask.
Yeah.
Like she's weird like me, so it works out. But we did this. I don't know if you're. Oh, hey, here's Stephanie's back. I did this the other day. Man, I can't move my arms.
All right.
Didn't know about that one.
There we go. Those are shoulders, but yes.
Good story. All right, she's wearing tiger or leopard, so we want to get her take on this. Tiger King star Carole Baskin was duped into giving a fake interview by a couple of British pranksters. Carole, of course, is the nemesis of Joe Exotic from the hit Netflix docuseries. She runs a rival big cat sanctuary and has been laying low since the show aired. The YouTubers convinced her that she would be interviewed by Jimmy Fallon, remotely, of course. After the Big Cat Sanctuary CEO declined, she agreed on the condition they don't bring up the show or the disappearance of her late husband, Don, who some have suggested she killed. So Jimmy, aka the pranksters, just stuck to questions about being in quarantine with the cats. Let's take a look.
Were you all set for the quarantine? Were you fully stocked? Do you have all your supplies?
Thankfully, we were able to fill up our freezers. We can store about 20,000 pounds of food at a time.
It is a lot of work, though, right? I mean, it's packed. Do you have any time off?
Good questions. But apparently there's no hard feelings. Carole called it a, quote, fun prank and says it gives us a very welcome, good laugh. What do you think about this Carole interview? Did she get, being punked? Would you have been punked, or you think you would have seen through it? Stephanie?
I think... I just think, you know what, I think they've done really well here because she actually declined it. I think it was 3 times and her husband was one of those times. And then she said, my daughter said it's Jimmy Fallon, I should give it a go. So I think she actually took it well. Or maybe she's just pretending to, because let's be honest, everyone does think that she did murder her husband. And maybe she's just trying to look slightly cool and not as suspicious.
Like murderous. Al, do you have any question that Carole Baskin allegedly fed her husband to the tigers?
It don't look great, Tori. Doesn't look good. But am I the only one who's passing up the fact that this would seem super illegal? I mean, honestly, when you're calling somebody, saying that you're somebody else, and then you're using that person's voice. If you used Obama, I would have given you my PIN number.
I know.
So I'm like, I don't know how this was able to go down.
If Oprah called, I'd be like, hello. Yeah, I know what you mean.
They treat loads of people, though.
Really?
Yeah,
they treat
got
loads
a lot
of people, not just Carole Baskin.
Really? Mm-hmm. You know what they really need to do is talk to the tigers to find out what happened. Good one. Actresses like Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Margot Robbie, and Rosario Dawson threw down, and they showed off their fighting skills in the latest viral video challenge. It's so good. Take a look. Woo! Do not try this at home. This video is similar to the quarantine stuntmen who also sent off a chain reaction of punches and kicks through the screen. Al, I know you are Al Fashion Jackson, but you're also a fighter. So who would you not want to pick a fight with?
I would not want to pick a fight with any of the UFC guys.
Oh, God.
Those guys really scare me, especially Conor McGregor. But I was expecting in this video, and Steph, tell me, I wanted like a little bit of fake old school WWF blood, like when they would get hit and the ketchup packet, and then just exactly a little fake blood.
What do you think, Steph?
Oh, I thought they killed it. I mean, it would have been hilarious if they did what Al said and there was just like some ketchup just thrown in the mix. But seriously, these girls are so cool. I want to be able to like throw a punch like that. And when I saw Margot Robbie in Birds of Prey, honestly, she did all of that herself and it was fantastic. So she killed it.
Yeah,
these are really cool.
I thought they did really good. I would want to do like a roundhouse kick. You know, is there a move that you would want to, like I would want to do like a Bruce Lee like move, maybe fall, but that'd be funny. Is there a move, Steph, you'd want to do? Is there a certain thing you would have used, a prop?
Oh gosh, I think like what was Ronda Rousey's like signature move? She like just pulled people's shoulders out, didn't she? But then I'd need a willing accomplice, like a willing assistant to try and pull it off. I don't know if I know I've got a few friends, but I don't think I'm that friendly with anyone that they're gonna like just let me arm bar them and rip their arm out the socket, you know?
I will definitely try that out some night. All right, Steph, you're sticking around, and of course Alice too. DBL is live, and coming up, my interview with former Olympic figure skater Adam Rippon, how he's managed to stay hilarious while in quarantine. And before we go to break, check out singer Avril Lavigne. She's back. She's been inspired to watching Americans come together, and she decided to re-record her single, Warrior. Take a look.
No, we won't bow, we won't break. No, we're not afraid to do whatever it takes. We'll never bow, we'll never break. 'Cause we are warriors, we'll fight for life.
Closed captioning provided by
Welcome back to DBL. Adam Rippon is a former Olympian, bronze medal winner, and Dancing with the Stars champion. Now he's adding another title to his impressive resume, TV show host. Earlier, he told me about his new Quibi show premiering today, plus his thoughts on how the Olympic Committee handled postponing this year's games. That's today's Chatting with the Stars. Adam Rippon, my favorite person on earth. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. The last time we talked, we were sitting next to each other in the studio. Things are different. You are now sheltering in place at home, so I want to check in. How are you managing so far?
So far, I'm managing. As you can maybe see, I have a lot of like moisturizer on right now because
Glowy.
my plan is that I'm just gonna look dewy like a newborn baby by the time this is over.
That's an upgrade. Now, I heard you reached a shelter-in-place milestone, the at-home haircut.
I have, which is it's sort of like a rite of passage at this point, that if you haven't taken an inch off of your hair or gotten bangs or done some sort of side buzz, you haven't really done quarantine right. I'm also doing like a romantic curl, which I didn't know I was going to do.
You know what? Romance happens when you least expect it. All right, before we get to your show, we have to ask, since it's not every day we get to talk to an Olympian, as we know the 2020 Olympics are postponed a year. How would you, Adam, have taken that news, to be super honest, if that happened to you in 2018?
You know, to be super honest, I would
Yeah.
have been incredibly devastated. As an athlete, when I saw 2018 on the calendar, I had been looking at that for 20 years at that point, and I'm sure it's the same thing for those athletes. So I'm sure it feels devastating, and they're probably in mourning over that. But I think that the best athletes will take this and they will know that it was for their safety, the safety of their coaches, the safety of the officials, and they'll be able to use this as one extra year to be even more prepared. But it's really tough, but it's sort of you know, in the time we live in right now, it's what had to happen. I think what was really tough was that they really kind of strung the athletes along for a long time. So that's what was the hardest part, as somebody who was an athlete, to look at and be like, please just cancel them.
All right, I want to talk about your new show on Quibi. People hear Adam Rippon and they maybe assume this show is about ice skating, but your show is actually called Useless Celebrity History. This is so my kind of show, like for real. Is this show what it sounds like?
It's exactly what it sounds like. So we're on the Daily Essentials platform on Quibi. On Useless Celebrity History, the day the show comes out, we will cover something that happened on that specific day in Useless Celebrity History. So the possibilities are truly endless.
All right, well, if you had to choose one pop culture moment you want everyone to know about, oh man, I have a good one. Which one would you pick?
The first moment for me personally that I heard Love Angel Music Baby, the Gwen Stefani album, that was pretty life-changing. I think, you know, obviously like Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears all in denim, that's pretty impressive.
Iconic.
There's so many iconic like red carpet outfits that happened throughout celebrity history.
Considering this outfit will land Rihanna on any best dressed list for like all of eternity, yeah, I'd say it was definitely worth it.
We love entertainment news here at DBL, so you are welcome back. We also love you here at DBL. Anytime to join our conversation, I will be tuning in to watch Quibi and watch you. Thank you for keeping us entertained. Hopefully, though, the next time we will see you, it will be in person. Keep that romantic curl.
I hope so. Thank you. And you stay safe. Thank you so much for having me. I love chatting with you guys. You're so much fun. I always have such a great time.
That's going on my reel. I really do appreciate it, Adam. Thank you so much. Awesome. We'll be right back.
We all know that movement is like medicine, but getting the movement you need to feel better can be
Welcome back to DBL. More time at home has many of us, me too, picking up some bad habits that we'll have to break after quarantine, like binge watching too much TV, overindulging in comfort food, day drinking, and sleeping in. So we asked the DBL Nation, what new bad habits will you need to break?
Were those bad habits?
Those to me are perfect. I was like, that's my life. All right, I'm going to read the comments, and then I'm going to get Al and Stephanie's take, all right? So the first one comment is for Al. Manny from Facebook says, being at home with my kids has me eating what they eat. Things like Pop-Tarts, chicken nuggets. I'll probably return to the office with Lunchables and a Capri Sun.
Yeah, that's a lot, Manny. And the reason I pulled that up is I actually got, I have the Lose It app, and I recorded what I ate yesterday. You ready for this?
Oh, boy, here we go.
I had a salami and cheese tortilla, Mike and Ike's candy, canned iced coffee, guac and chips, a vanilla Coke, 2 beef tacos, and peanut butter Reese's Cup Thins.
What's that? You got vanilla Coke from, what, 1951?
It was delicious. It was so good.
Oh, boy.
Cheat day.
Cheat day is every day now that we're in quarantine. All right, our next comment is for Steph. Sharon from Facebook says, I hate to admit it, but I started smoking again. Oh, man. My neighbor offered me a smoke because I was stressed out, and I've bought 2 packs since. That's hard. What do you think, Steph?
I know a few people that this has happened to. One of my best friends, whenever she gets really stressed or she's not dealing well with changes around her, she does fall onto her old smoking habits. And I think you just got to be easy on yourself. Obviously, you quit for a reason, and you've got to remember the reasons why you did that. And you know what? No one should be beating anyone up, especially not yourselves right now, for the fact that life is very different. We're all going through things and circumstances that we've never experienced. And if that means relaxing yourself is with a cigarette or having a glass of wine, or as Al said, having a vanilla Coke and some tacos. You know what? Everything can be done in moderation, but just remember why you quit smoking, and when this is all over, you know, don't worry, you've got this, you've done it once before, you can do it again, you can quit again, but don't beat yourself up if you have a little slip, it's okay.
Wow, some words of self-compassion, I love that. All right, Olivia from Facebook says, I struggle with working out at home, so it's been weeks since I've worked out. I'm afraid of what my first day back at the gym is going to look like. I know that feeling, Olivia. Al, what do you have to say to Olivia?
The first day at the gym is going to be pretty unpleasant, you know, but you know, it's going to be bad, but just get it over with. It's better when you know.
You're right.
You know,
You're right. It's going to be bad.
I feel like just going in there a little bit, doing a couple things so you're not sore the next day, kind of ease back into it. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, and maybe even just like walk into the gym, do a little walk on a treadmill, and come out. You know what I mean?
That's right. We're not trying to do the Olympics like Adam Rippon.
We're not Adam Rippon.
Keep it together.
That's exactly right. All right, we'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Hello.
Welcome back to DBL. Most of us are working from home and spending a lot more time on the computer or watching TV. So it's important to remember to protect your eyes from all of that extra screen time. We're chatting about it today. It's DBL Health Blast, sponsored by eHealth. I love that flying salad. A new CNN health study shows adults are spending more than 13 hours a day using screens. Doctors say there's no long-term eye damage, but it can lead to blurred vision, eye fatigue, or headaches. So here's what you need to do. Doctors recommend a 20-20-20 approach. For every 20 minutes spent staring at a screen, take a break. Look at 20 feet in front of you for 20 seconds. This relieves stress from your eye. Also, try to blink more. It'll make you look weird and help your eyes from feeling dry. And when it comes to your health, for affordable, quality health insurance, call eHealth at 1-800-850-0679. I want to know, blue light glasses are also a really good alternative. Steph, have you tried those?
I had something similar. So when I was at university or college, because I was staring at the computer screen so much and for such extended periods of time, I used to get really bad headaches. So I did have special glasses that helped take some of the glare off. So they definitely do work, Tori, yeah.
Oh, really? I know sometimes when Al puts on shades, we have to call him Shades Jackson. Do you have blue shades?
Of course I have blue shades.
You do?
They honestly do. They help with my mood. I have red shades too.
Yellow?
Yeah, just they kind of change your mood a little bit. So I say go with that.
How is Shades Jackson?
Shades is good. He hasn't been out since the quarantine, so Shades will come back.
He's okay though. He's
Shades
healthy?
will be here this week. I'm just saying.
Shades will be here this week, guys. You heard it here first. We will be back same time, same place tomorrow. We want to let everyone know: stay safe, stay healthy, stay laughing, and stay watching DBL. Take care, guys. Bye.